Welcome back to another Bargain Savage video, and today we're going to be talking about this BM800 condenser microphone kit that I picked up off Wish quite some time ago. I've shot a lot of videos with this already. Now the sound that you hear is coming through the BM800, which is right here. And I've changed some things along the way, some settings in the phone that I found is a must, and a couple other parts. But to begin with, we're going to talk about what come inside this box, and then we're going to talk about how some of the pieces maybe failed, and then we're going to do some microphone tests. There was also a V8 sound card in here that we're going to go through thoroughly, which I will also put another video out just on that, but this will be the whole thing all in one. Before I mention anything about the microphone itself, one of the key things that I have found to do that is essential, I had a lot of pops and clicks on the microphone, some static sometimes, and some just popping. Almost robotic, right? So one day I just decided to shut off or turn on airplane mode on my Samsung Note 9. And from there, I have hardly ever had a pop or a click in the microphone by doing that. Now, if I forget to turn it on sometimes, then I do get some static here and there, but not all the time. But if I do turn it on, then most of the time there is pretty clean audio coming in. Now, all of the audio will be shot from this BM800, and throughout this video, I will not be changing any of the sound in editing, so everything will be just exactly how it come in on the video file. That is just to give you a good idea of how it sounds. I'm not going to lower or raise the volume. Usually when I shoot with this microphone, I shoot it out of frame just a little bit farther ahead than where it is now and quite a bit above here. So in doing so, I think that gives you a pretty good idea of how the microphone is operating without messing stuff up. Now pop a picture up. Now you can see here, this is pretty much the exact same one. This is a little more expensive than the one that I purchased, and you really have to be careful on the microphone that you buy, especially off of Wish, because I found where the prices are all over the place for one, and what you get for the price is all over the place as well. So now in this kit, there is a BM800 and a free gift. It says sound card. Now you can see this one here has a cord on it. The one that I had received does not have a cord. Now the cover was in there as well, a pop filter, the shock mount, the power cable, which is a TRS by XLR, and it also comes with a microphone stand with a clamp and the V8 sound card here. It also comes with 3 of these cords. So the first thing we'll talk about is the microphone stand. It's a little swing boom arm. The springs are fairly stiff. Here's the piece that clamps to the table, and then this slides into here like so, and you give quite a bit of different scenarios where you can put that, positions I should say, where you can put the microphone. Now the only thing that I found that really failed in this kit was this right here. So the threads on the screw were not real deep, and it had a wing nut on it. When the microphone wouldn't go where, or stay put where I wanted it, I maybe just torqued that a little bit too much with my hand and ended up stripping the threads off this. So I'm going to have to find another screw to stick in here before I can use this boom again. But that brings me to the next point of an upgrade that I made to this, which is this stand right here. And I purchased that off of AliExpress. I did a video on that about 3 weeks ago. I'll throw a card up there if you want to watch that. You can. I really like this tripod boom swing. It is made it very easy for me to get it out of frame and still have it fairly close to my face so that it picks up good quality. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is the pop filter. I will show you what that sounds like as well. Came with 3 of these cords, which I can only find 2 at this point. They are TRRS on the 3.5mm side, and they are micro USB on the other side. And what those are for, it goes into this V8 sound card right in the back here. And then I can't show you on camera, but it come with a XLR to 3.5 millimeter, which is running into my system right now. So it's pretty hard to show you that on camera. The filter is on here. I found that that works for the most part because I'm not right up on the microphone anyway. So the pop filter doesn't need to be there. Plus this adds a little bit of weight. And from this range, I'm not getting any pops in the microphone. One of the things that I can honestly say that I dislike about this microphone, which will be about one of the only, is the fact that it picks up my breathing so much. It's just so loud on camera, and I haven't figured out how to dumb that down yet. Besides, I turn down the volume usually when I do my editing, and then I add a little bit of background music into it, and that hides it fairly well. So now I'm going to cut this and I'm going to put it directly into my phone, which is a Samsung Note 9. It's going to go directly into the 3.5 millimeter plug on the phone, and you're going to see what that sounds like. Now, stuff's about to get awfully quiet here. Sorry, bear with me. This is going to be a bumpy ride. Okay, so this is the sound of the BM800 going directly into my cell phone. So it's got an XLR to 3.5 millimeter TRS jack, which I have put into a Y splitter, which splits my microphone from my headphones, and it's going into the microphone side. And this is what it sounds like when it's running directly from the BM800 into my phone. All right, now this is the sound of the BM800 running through the V8 sound card into my phone. So now everything is set on max volume right now. There was no echo, no additives added. So this is how it sounds with the BM800 going directly into the V8 sound card, and then from the sound card into my phone. Okay, this is the sound of the BM800 running into a 48-volt phantom power supply, which did not come with the kit, running into the V8 sound card, and then from the sound card into my phone. Now, you could tell before that this is much louder. Now, when I first purchased this, I didn't know really anything about 48-volt phantom power supply. I'm going to put this picture up. I bought this off of Wish as well. Now, you can see here that they're not that expensive. This one here was 34 bucks. I think I bought this one for just under 20. Now, the only thing that I can say that I was kind of against with this is you can see in the picture here, there is a power cable that is USB powered, but it doesn't come with a power adapter. So I had to use a separate power adapter for this. Now, it did come with an XLR cord, but the picture on the one that I purchased didn't show that it come with an XLR cable. So, of course, I purchased another XLR cable that I didn't have to use, but nevertheless, I was kind of happy to have a spare. So now I don't know a whole bunch about this, but basically what it does is just sends 48 volts to the microphone to help make it produce more power. Now your cell phone does have a little bit of power in it to power the mic, because if it didn't, it wouldn't work at all. A condenser microphone does need power to run, as far as I know. But this really boosts up the signal. Now that we have the sound card out, we can bring that up. And on the sound card itself, you can put in headphones, which I am going to do right now. On the back of it, there is a spot for you to put headphones in. Now, I'll put a picture of this up here. I'm just going to talk a little bit about how the wires go in the back of it. Now, you can see here it says Live 1 and Live 2, accompanying instrument, charging, earphone speaker, headset, a condenser mic, and dynamic mic. Now, to get it to go to your cell phone, because these micro USB plugs are TRRS, they can go directly into your cell phone and it'll pick it up if you have a 3.5 millimeter jack on your phone, which both of my phones do. The next phone I purchased after this Note 9 was a TCL Pro 25G, and I specifically bought that just for the simple fact that it had the 3.5 millimeter plug. So on this here, this sound card, which isn't too bad, but I found the audio was a little bit clearer without the sound card hooked up, and I really didn't use much of it. So on the main face of the sound card, you can see here it says mic minimum, maximum. Now I do find I'm going to be turning that down now. So there is about half volume on the mic. What I have found, when you get close to minimum, it actually shuts off before you get all the way to minimum and nothing comes out. The next big potentiometer on here knob is reverb. So when I increase the reverb, then you get an echo, which this is about halfway up on the reverb, and then this is all the way max. So I'm going to shut that off now. You have a treble and bass adjustment. So here's the treble is in the mid, here's the treble all the way down, and here is the treble all the way up. I'm not hearing a bunch of difference there. Now here's the bass. Now here's all the way down. This is the bass in the middle, and right here, this is the bass all the way cranked to the top. And yeah, I can hear a difference there for sure. The next one here is record volume. So your headset will stay at the same volume, but when you turn this down like that, it will record a little bit lower volume. Now I have that at max again. The next one is music. So that's if you have an accompanying instrument, then that'll control how much volume is on that one. And then monitor, which is your headphones. So if I turn that down, I will be turning down my volume, but not what goes into the camera. On here, there is also some buttons. I'm going to have to be fairly careful because I'm pretty sure that some of these are copyrighted. So I will not change the volume on any of this. But if I do find that it's copyrighted or what I think sounds like a familiar song, then I will just cut that out of the video. So here it is on the lower right-hand corner. Songs 1.
Make more time.
So yeah, I'm probably going to have to cut that out. And this is Songs 2, which sounds like some minion laughter. Kiss. Tension. Applause. Laughter. Now this is the next row of buttons, and it also says kiss. And that definitely sounds like a kiss. This one says opening. Gonna have to cut that out too. Okay, that actually lasted quite some time. I didn't count, but I would say it was well over 30 seconds long. This one says contempt. Here's a gun. This is awkward. Cheer. Now you got to remember that the sound card didn't come with any instructions. So now I'm into this button here. It says dodge, and I'm not 100% sure what it does at all. When I click on it, it lights up red, and in my monitor it said dodging on, but I don't know what that means. So I'm going to shut that off, and it says dodging off in my headphones. I'm going to turn on MC mode. It says MC. And when I click that, it says DJ mode in my headphones. And I think you can tell that it's just a little bit more beefy on the bass, I guess. I don't think there's a whole bunch of difference. So this is the sound of the DJ mode or MC mode. on the V8 sound card, and when I shut it off, this is so it said original sound mode in my headphones, and now this is the sound of the original sound mode of the V8 sound card. The next button here says sing, and it says normal singing mode in my headphones, and this is what it sounds like. So it adds a bunch of reverb there. And when I click the button, it says original sound mode again, and the light goes off on the screen or on the sound card. Now, there says mute here. I'm pretty sure it's going to say mute in my headphones, and then you're probably not going to hear me talk. So I'm going to come back here to the video. I'm going to hit mute, and I'm going to just keep talking, and we'll see if that picked it up. I have no clue what it said. It said something, but yeah, not sure. So I don't know if this actually muted me or not. There was definitely some kind of voice going on here. I couldn't understand what the voice was saying. It was in English, but too fast, and I couldn't pick it up. Now, voice change mode. This has a few different voices in it. Every time you push it, it changes your voice. Obviously, here it's kind of neat. I don't know if you'll be able to understand some of them when I push them, but here it goes.
I believe this says beautiful mode. I'm not exactly sure. Kind of sounds weird. It's kind of funny. I guess if you're playing a video game or something, yeah, you could probably get a chuckle for some people.
Okay. This one definitely said charming mode. And it definitely has changed my voice, but it sounds very robotic. It messes with my head. So in the headphones, it almost seems like there's a bit of a delay. And yeah, I'll just take the headphones off. There's also some popping and clicking going on there. So I'll just take these off for a second because, yeah, it messes with your head and it kind of talks slow. I'll see if it changes it. Okay, so this is the sound of the beautiful mode, and without the headphones on, I can actually think to myself and talk clearly, and it doesn't sound like there's a delayed voice going on in my head. Okay, so now I'm going to try the next one.
This one says baby voice mode, and yeah, I guess it kind of sounds like a baby. Alright, that's pretty funny if you're playing a video game or something. Once again, the voice is a little bit delayed in my head, messes with me a little bit, and start slurring and sounding like I'm a little drunk or something. Drunk baby, I guess. Yeah, man. Alright, here we go. Let's try the next one.
This says magic sound mode. Oh, yeah, listen. Sounds like the devil to me. Okay, I like this one too much. I'll change it.
And it says back to original sound mode. Okay, now this next button here is electric, it says. When I push it, the button lights up here. I'll try and get some pictures of that on camera in editing here. So here it goes. B flat major is what it said in the headphones. So this is kind of like an auto tune, and it's changed my voice to B flat major. So yeah, I'm just gonna try and give a vocal range here to see if you can see the effect. So if you go, all right. So that's B flat major. Now this says A major, and I'll do the same thing again, and it should change my voice to A major. Wicked. Okay, this says B flat major, and once again, it's just another pitch, and will keep me in B flat major. I'll try and hold my voice at one pitch to see if I can keep it the same. Okay, this is B flat major. Or this is B flat major. Here we go. Next one. B major, same thing, just different. B major. C major. Okay, this is what it sounds like in C major. D flat major. This is what it sounds like when my voice is stuck on D flat major. Feel like that guy off of that Trolls movie there. I can't remember his name. B major. So we have B major on here as well. E flat major. This is E major. F major. This is what it sounds like in F major. G flat major. This is what it sounds like in G flat major. This is G major, which is just a little bit higher than G flat major. And this says original sound mode. So now every time you push that button, it tells you what key you're in until it turns off at original sound mode. Now, one thing that's cool about this sound card is the fact that it is rechargeable. It has a battery in it. So you can leave it plugged in, which I found when it was plugged in, it did maybe make some more static and some bad noise when it was plugged in. But if you charge it up, I found that it is not as staticky, poppy, clicky as that. So that might be something to do with ground loop or whatever. And it has lasted plugged in, like charged for quite some time. Now, I probably used it for 3 hours and never charged it. And yeah, that's a quick run through on the V8 sound card. Now, if you're interested in this, I did have another sound card, which didn't come in this kit, but I will be testing it in the near future as well. The reason that I want to do this video is because I've already shot this once around the same time that I actually purchased this microphone. I transferred all of my video files and to a card which corrupted all of my video files. So this is actually the second time that I'm shooting this video, which this gave me a lot of time to play around and break some stuff. So and find the best possible sound of how I like this microphone to sound. So now I'm going to shut this V8 microphone off. So now we're going to try to do this setup with a sound card. Now, the one that come with looked like this in the picture, but the one they sent me looks like this. Well, this is it, actually. And you can see here, it's still in the bag. I have never used it because I have not had the need. So we're going to find out what it sounds like using this card with the setup that I have right now. To use this, I'm going to need to use a USB-C to USB-A. I'm going to slide that in there like that. That was a little rough when it went in there. On here, there is a volume up, volume down. That will be for the headphones. It also has a button here for to shut off the microphone and to shut off the headphones. This says 7.1 channel sound. Highly doubt that. And on the bottom, it shows you a microphone picture and it shows you a headphone picture. So I'm going to plug this in to the USB-C port and see if it works. All right, now this is what it would sound like if you were using a BM800 going through a 48 volt phantom power supply into a sound card and then into your phone. Now I have no clue what this is going to sound like until I listen to this. This will be the first time that I've ever heard it as well. But this is what it would sound like with the BM800 running through a 48 volt phantom power supply into a sound card. Wow, that sounded absolutely horrid. What an awful buzzing hum that was. So this is the sound of the BM800 without the 48 volt phantom power supply running into the cheap USB sound card. I would imagine if they sent me this different sound card, it's even rattling a little bit. that they probably send quite a few different ones with these kits, so your mileage would probably vary. If you paid some good money for one of these, I think they would do fairly well, and some of the cheaper ones are probably going to sound a lot worse. This one is definitely a cheap one, but nonetheless, there it is, and that's how it sounded. Now we can try this just for fun. I also picked up one of these Elkatron, was it PF8, and here it is. Now, it's just a foam guard with a pop filter in the front of it here, which comes out to help stick the microphone in. Now, you shove the microphone in there, and you talk into this, and it's supposed to make the sound better. I haven't used this as much as I probably should have. I believe I picked this up for about $22, and let's give this a shot and see if it sounds any different with this Elkatron PF8 on there, if you're interested in hearing that. Okay, so right off the bat here, with it upside down like this, it will not hold it in place. It is designed to be turned the other way. I just didn't want to flip my microphone around because then I would have to change the boom height. So I'm going to try and hold it still. And this is the sound of the BM800 with the Elkatron PF8 while I talk directly into the microphone. Okay, wow. This is like the video that never wants to be shot. So I went and I was doing my editing and want to find the footage of me testing the pop filter. And after I pulled the PF8 out and I reclipped the XLR back in, just cut the video out like that. So maybe don't be doing stuff like that. I just learned a lesson, and now I'll be doing this again. So I'm going to get up close on the mic. This is what the mic sounds like with the screen on from up close. Okay. I'm going to do some plosives from up close, and I'm going to say something like, Peggy picked up purple pants. Peggy picked up purple pants. Now without the screen, up close, this is the sound of the BM800 without any screen, and I'm going to say, Peggy picked up purple pants. Peggy picked up purple pants. And with the pop filter in place. This is the sound of the BM800 up close with the pop filter on that comes in the kit. And we're going to say, Peggy picked up purple pants. Peggy picked up purple pants. And that's the sound of the BM800 from up close. Okay, just to talk quickly about a couple of things that I have coming up. I said I had another sound card to test, so the one that I tested in this that come with the kit was the V8 sound card, and now I have this one to test that I haven't opened yet, and the name on it is K-Song Live Sound Card. So that'll be coming up very shortly, and I don't imagine that I'll be using that card very much, but we'll see what it's like. But what I'm really interested is trying this mini USB interface mixer. What's it say here? Multifunctional PC interface mixing console. That is going to come very soon. I want to see if I can kind of tweak this audio a little bit better, and hopefully this thing is clear. If not, I'm going to be upset. Okay, now this is the sound of the BM800 just out of frame. Now, it is less than an arm's length away from me, and it is about possibly an inch or less out of the frame. So my final setup here is the BM800 out of frame with the 48 volt phantom power supply running into a Y splitter on my Samsung Note 9 with a heavy backdrop. It's basically a table cover from an old trade show that I picked up while I was working at Viterra, and it actually says BASF on it. It's very thick and heavy. So this is the sound you get when I have that backdrop in place. Okay, and now this is the sound you get without the backdrop in place. So this is this exact same setup with everything with the BM800 and the 48-volt phantom power supply, but I took the backdrop out and I think it really increases the amount of echo in the room. Now, I don't know if you can pick it up on mic, but I can sure hear it in the room itself echoing way more than what it used to. Now, if you want to know more about this, I will be doing some more testing on just this and not focused on all the different things of the BM800. And I'll be doing that hopefully in the next month as well. And we'll do just a little bit more testing with this farther away and closer. If you liked this video, or at least found it entertaining, then please hit that like button. And if you're not already subscribed, then hit that subscribe button. That would really help me out a lot. And have a great day.